Is it true that a woman's sex drive is determined by the way a man treats you? The answer is no, and here's why. Sexual energy and life force energy are intrinsically connected. I can't even tell you how many times I have seen and heard women say that in long-term relationships with shitty men, they came to conclude that they were asexual, and it took them leaving that relationship and actually finding themselves again to realize that they are not, in fact, asexual, and that they're very sexually active and fluid and overpouring. When you're being bogged down by a shitty dude, by a guy who you have to continually defend your own presence, defend your own self-worth and personhood to, you're being zapped dry. When you're having to baby someone, mother them, when you're essentially being siphoned and looshed of everything that makes you you while not being poured back into, your literal life force energy is being siphoned away and poured into that person. And a lot of women enter relationships where they're not being poured into. They're doing the vast majority of the emotional labor, the energetic labor, and even the physical labor. And the thing is, when you're so focused on putting out fires everywhere else around you because of somebody else, that you don't even have time to step back and be with self and to feel honored and respected and valued and nourished and loved and nurtured within your true authentic self, you don't have your life force energy being fed. It's a straight cord from one person into the next. Not very different than an umbilical cord from a woman's womb to her baby, bringing all the nutrients and blood in so that it can breathe and grow and develop. But the problem is, a lot of men, they have this spiritual umbilical cord attached to the women that they're with, but they're not feeding and growing and developing. They're staying stagnant. And in turn, they're holding her back and keeping her stagnant. In fact, sometimes he may very well grow and flourish in his own world, in his own realm and goals and passions and career off the back of her labor, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, and sexually. He's reaping the benefits while sucking her dry. And now she no longer has energy to feed into herself, because a lot of women have been conditioned to put everybody else first and to self-sacrifice. So the answer to this question is no. A woman's sense of arousal and horniness, or whatever you want to call it, is not determined by how a man is treating her. It's determined by her willingness to be around the people who are going to treat her in the way she deserves and should be treated. Is she allowing people who are going to siphon and loosh from her? Or is she only entertaining the people who are going to pour back? Because the women who honor their own energy and know that anyone who cannot honor that space is not welcome within it, those are the women who are going to be flourishing in their sexuality and their sexual energy, and the women who have an orgasmic relationship with life which is natural for us. We're naturally very, very, what's the word? Juicy and watery and just emanating of sexual energy. We are directly connected to life force energy and to source. We are directly connected to it. It's unnatural for a woman who, let's say, is not asexual, because there are asexual women, but that's not the majority of women. It's unnatural for women to be driven out of their sexuality, but it's directly tied to the kinds of people that she allows around her and if they're draining her or not. And unfortunately, a lot of men are draining women. And that's just the truth of it. It's not determined on him, it's not based on him, but it's based around how much life force energy does she have within her and how is she nurturing that with her boundaries.